third and final video country today, which is Armenia, and it's also the shortest, as I only go over everything briefly. And starting off with history as usual. As there have been Armenian people recently, and the revelations of their history have been relatively interesting and rather educational and all. And as the Armenians have lived in the area near modern-day Turkey between the Mediterranean and Caspian seas for thousands of years, that they were ideally placed, in fact, along the trade routes between Europe and the East, that became known as the Silk Road due to both the wealth and that travels along its route and one of the dominant products being hauled along it. And they were very prosperous and rich in their oldest ancient history, and so they were tribal and disunified, as most people were in those days, as the Armenian people were, Yeah, I'm good. And as the Armenian people united into a single nation just prior to the modern age, and in the end of the at the end of the modern 1st century BCE, and the rule of King Tigran the Great, as the unification did not last long, as they eventually fell under the shadows of the Byzantine Empire and later on the Ottoman Empire. As the Armenians did not fare too well in the Ottoman Empire as Christians in a Muslim country, they were treated as second-class citizens. While they did enjoy certain protections, they were frequently harassed and the victims of prejudice and official oppression. In the early 20th century, many Western nations began to officially object the treatment of the Armenian people, and the Ottoman Empire by then was very weak and disorganized, so that this meant the Western powers might intervene militarily, as their solution was to kind of forcibly evict the entire Armenian population. As millions were driven out of the country and many were killed in what is now known as the Armenian Genocide. As this is why the Armenian diaspora is so large and so many Armenians fled their homeland for their lives during this period. And today it is also one of the post-Soviet republics. Establishing itself as an independent nation for the first time in thousands of years, and of enthusiastic support and affection of its far-flung refugees. Its history of domination and violent oppression has an ironic effect of making the expatriate Armenian fiercely proud of their heritage, guaranteeing that Armenian way of life continues no matter where they've settled and all. And there's remember the kind of research who kind of joined the UN in 1992. Moving on to language. The Armenian language, or Armenian Hurrian, also spelled Hurrian, language that forms a separate branch of the Indo-European language family. It was also erroneously considered a dialect of Iranian, and in the early 21st century, the Armenian language is spoken by about 6.7 million people, as a majority of those, about 3.4 million others, live in Armenia, and the remaining live in Georgia and Russia, and more than 100,000 Armenian speakers in Iran. And in the early 20th century, the Armenian population that had lived in Turkey in the area on Lake Van Since ancient times, a small minority of Armenians lives in Turkey today. Armenians also live in Lebanon, Egypt, Azerbaijan, Iraq, France, Bulgaria, and the United States, which are the notable few as they do live in many places. As there are still distinct varieties of the Armenian language that can be distinguished, as Old Armenian, Gabar, Middle Armenian, Pidgin, Hierin, and Modern Armenian, or Essex-Habar, or Ashar-Habar, and Modern Armenian embraces two written varieties, like Western Armenian, known as Arerim Taiyarin, and Eastern Armenian, Arerim. Sorry if I botched any of that. And many dialects are spoken, and about 50 dialects were named for 1950, where the Armenian population of Turkey was drastically reduced during the Armenian genocide and forced exodus, and some of these dialects are mutually unintelligible. And and I'll be going over one of the legends of Armenia and all. And I'll put the link for this specific one in the bibliography below, and then the general one also in the bibliography and all that. And the legend I'm on about is the legend of the honest prince. As a long time ago there was an Armenian king who had a beautiful daughter. After a certain time the king decided to give her in marriage, and there were many contenders for the beauty's heart, and they all waited for the day when he could compete for the title of her husband. So finally that day came, and the king left a choice to his daughter. He trusted her, knowing that she would choose the most worthy and honest candidate. As the princess came up to each prince without raising her gaze and hand out some flower seeds, then smiling sweetly she said, "I will have to see you in a year. Come with me the flowers that will have grown from the seeds." And the year passed. On the appointed day, all the princes came to the palace with benches of beautiful flowers. They decorated walls, paths, and above with them. And each prince wanted to win the favour of the prince, and therefore competed with each other. They began to quarrel. However, the girl watched from them being pensive and sad, and she examined all the flower pots and got grain and graver and graver. Suddenly she saw an empty flower pot which belonged to a young man who looked rather embarrassed, and the other princesses started laughing at him. However, the princess took his hand and announced, "He is my chosen one." The little grooms were confused and began to whisper in amazement. And the princess told them, "The seeds I gave you had been boiled thoroughly. They could not have given life to a flower. I just wanted to find a husband with an honest heart, and I choose him as you." It's a nice little legend on it, and I'll see you all later on, and bye for now.